All right. Hey up, everyone. Welcome to Ryan LFC. Today we're doing a preview for Leicester Liverpool. We're here with the amazing Lee Chappie and Saif.
Cheers for having me on.
We're going to have to preview this game. Not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. Let's start off with how are you both doing? Lee, how are you doing?
You know what? This lockdown's starting to get to me, and I'm not really in it. I'm a postman. I'm out there every day still. You know what I mean? I'm a key worker. I've been working my ass off for a year straight through this pandemic, but it's still starting to get to me because it's affecting my personal life with my kids not being at school, my missus having to work alternate shift patterns to me. I'm never ending, never stop getting. And I'm a carer. I'm a teacher. It's nuts. It's nuts.
It is. It's been affecting me mentally as well. I'm a musician, so the fact that this quarantine's made me mentally drained for a week, and I haven't listened to any music or play guitar. It can really take a toll on you. How about you, Si? How have you been doing?
Yeah, man. To be honest, at the beginning it weren't too bad, but it's just got longed out, a bit excessive. But like being able to interact with people on YouTube has just changed things recently a lot. It feels like socializing to an extent.
Yeah.
And something we love talking about, which is football. So it's helped me out a lot. But to be honest, it's just long now, and we just got to be patient until we get to the end.
Well, a couple of weeks to go, I think. No, let's first start off with this game. So we're in a bit of a weird situation this season. A bit weird to see Leicester above Liverpool.
Yeah, very strange.
Then again, this season has been so crazy. The point we've had Burnley beat Liverpool, Brighton beat Liverpool, we've had Fulham beat Leicester, we've had Liverpool losing 7-2, City losing 5-2, we've had Spurs beating United 6-1. It's like the scores are so weird this season. So how have you felt about your season so far, Lee?
Yeah, it's been an interesting one because we've had a lot of players this season on the injury list. You just listen to the names that have been in and out of the injury list here. We've got, let me just get you the current injuries we've got Dennis Pratt out, ruled out for up to 3 months. Wesley Fofana out. Timothy Castagne, Belgium international, out. Perez was injured during the Brighton fixture, and so was James Justin. We've just found out James Justin's done the same injury that Ricardo Pereira did. So James Justin could miss nearly a year of football.
Oh, jeez. What, he did his ACL?
He's done his ACL.
Oh, my God, man.
He's done his ACL. So it's weird that James Justin filled in for Ricardo Pereira for an ACL injury and then suffers one himself when Ricardo comes back.
That is horrible to see ACL injuries, man.
Yeah, because I think give or take, he's been the best player for us this season. James Justin, he's been phenomenal, and I literally just found that out now live. That's breaking news on the website official. It's all popping up now on all socials everywhere. One Football have just put it out as well. So there you go. James Justin out for a very long term with an ACL tear. Not good.
That is horrible. The thing was, I was actually looking forward because obviously I'm a Liverpool fan. Obviously, I really want England to do well in the Euros this year. I was going to say James could be back up to Chilwell or even compete with Chilwell for that.
Compete, definitely.
And now he's going to be out for the Euros.
Yeah,
it's going to be a real shame.
It's a blow for English football as well, and it's a blow not just for Leicester but for English football. It's a blow as well.
So, Castagne, do you know how long he's out for?
Timothy Castagne, I think he's done something to his thigh, if I remember right, and we're looking at about 10 days from around sort of now. So I reckon
that's not that bad then. And Pereira, yes, hopefully he doesn't.
No, Ricardo Pereira's back. Ricardo Pereira is back in the team. He's had a first 90 minutes. I think he played full 90 minutes against Brighton in the FA Cup, if I remember right. No, he didn't. No, he didn't feature against Brighton. It was the game before. Bear with me. Sorry, I don't even know what day we're on. Flipping lockdown. But the fixture before, and he played his first 90 minutes for Leicester since his return. So he's going to be playing it right back. I've got a little lineup for you anyway, if you want to see what I've put.
Let's see it.
Yeah, so I don't know if you boys can see that or not, but
yeah, we can see it.
That's basically the team we've got left. We've got Ricardo Pereira on the right, with Soyuncu's returned just recently from a abductor tear muscle injury. Johnny Evans, who's apparently having some sort of vision problem at the moment, blurred vision or something. You've got Luke Thomas, who's a young lad from Leicester. He's one of our own academy product. He's going to have to fill in the role of James Justin now. And Timothy Castagne's not playing. So you've not got anyone to cover that position apart from Fuchs. And his legs are gone. I wouldn't want to put Fuchs against Salah at all. So you're going to have to go with some fresh young legs. Unfortunately, the experience isn't there for Luke Thomas. Wilfred Ndidi, Yuri Tielemans, Harvey Barnes on the left, Marco Brighton on the right. You've got to put Old Brighton because you've got Robertson and Mane down that side. Full work by Marco Brighton. He's going to have to, put a shift in, which he always does, Marco Brighton. He's one of those players that I think is very underrated in terms of his fitness and how much he can go. James Maddison in the middle, obviously the number 10 role has to be Maddison.
Just a second, guys. Oh, I want to give you a full screen because the viewers say they cannot see it.
Yeah, of course you can. You have to press my solo. You have to press me solo.
Yeah,
there's a little head thing somewhere. You have to press me.
Trust me, Ryan is so bad.
There you go.
There you go, Ryan.
I'm so happy. Let's go. Continue.
There you go. And obviously the big man Vardy's got to go up top. Has to. Yeah, there's no. I know he's had an operation on a hernia. He got about a 60-minute run out against Brighton, but he's got to play against Liverpool. He loves playing against you boys, and he's scored some worldy goals against you boys as well. The bench is looking very thin as well, with Chowdhury, Iheanacho, Marte, Mendy, Fuchs, Daly Campbell, an academy product come through. Ward, Under, and Tavares, another young player from the under 23s as well. It's a very thin bench, lads. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I've just seen it now on Premier of Injuries. James Justin, I'll tell you, Cushman. That injury, an ACL, is something that could be a career ender in the sense of you doing as well. But hopefully, he comes back from it because I think Van Dijk will come back from it. Vardy, he was Ings did ACL in both legs, and he's come back even stronger than ever.
Yep, he's going to have an operation. According to, this is breaking news now, James Justin, Leicestershire Live, press conference with Brendan Rodgers. It's just happening as we speak. Sadly for JJ, the scan hasn't shown up so well. Massive blow for us. It looks like he's torn his ACL. He's going to need surgery, and I think he's going to go straight for his surgery on it instantly today, by the looks of it.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad. It was instant. I think Van Dijk's was the day after.
Yeah, so it's not good, is it?
But when you look at this Leicester City team, Lee, I'll be honest with you, you guys have a lot of injured, just like Liverpool. I think you guys have more injured than Liverpool because when I look at Thomas, the left back, it's something new, something from the academy.
Yes.
I realize it's something from the academy, but I realize they missed one of a key centre back for Fana this season. He has been excellent for Leicester City. Barnes, excellent too. You guys have a very good squad, and to see you guys have a deep squad and still performing at this level.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate, to think all these players have been injured this season. James Justin, Wesley Fofana, Kagalar Soyuncu's been injured, Wes Morgan, Daniel Amarte, Ricardo Pereira, Timothy Castagne, James Maddison, Cengiz Under, Papi Mendy, Wilfred Ndidi, Dennis Pratt, Perez, and Vardy. That's how many was that? That was what? 14 injuries this season, and those players have returned and come back in, and someone else has got injured, returned, come back in, someone else has got injured. It's nuts, and I can't believe we're still like third in the Premier League. It's bonkers. Fourth, sorry, fourth. Where are we?
You guys are third, sitting third. You guys sitting third, but I'm telling you, still, I believe you guys still have a great squad. That starting lineup, if you guys start with that, I think that can give Liverpool a lot of trouble because we are not in great confidence right now. But Leicester City at home, them haven't beat you for the last 4 years. The last time Leicester City beat us is 2016, 2017, 3-1.
Yeah.
So this game right now, Liverpool has been playing, Leicester City will play behind the ball. They will make it really difficult for this Liverpool team. And I'm looking forward to see this game. But Jersey boy, how do you think Liverpool going to do against this Leicester City team?
And you need to drop me out of the full screen though.
You don't know how to do that, Ryan.
I press that now.
Yeah.
Ryan, when did you like last time we accidentally kicked someone out by trying to do that?
Press it back again.
Yeah. Press.
Yeah. Press them again. There we go. Well done.
There you go. Right, let me go back as well.
Ryan's all our computers, sorry. Anyways, I don't know. It's kind of like you guys have got the same problem with us with defenders, but this time with fullbacks.
Yes.
You've got like so many. You've got one senior fullback left.
Yep, who's only just come back from an injury. If
gets injured, you're gonna have to play people out of position.
Yeah, well, we've done what you've done this season. We've ended up playing NDD at centre back for 2 or 3 games. So it's happened to us as well, boys. What's happening to you is happening to us. It's just a shame.
Injury versus injury FC. Both.
Yeah. Wheelchair FC versus Cripple FC.
Yeah, literally. To be fair, you have dealt with it so much better than we have.
I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I think it's just a bit of unluck between both sides. Man City are flying at the minute, but it only takes a few injuries for them as well. Things could change. You don't know how this season is going to go. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
The way the season
Diaz get injured, they have to play Garcia and Stones.
Yeah.
And Garcia hasn't been that good for them. Or they play Ake and Stones. And what happened when last night they played Ake and Garcia? They got 5-2.
Yeah. By
Leicester. So exactly. So I think anything can happen this season because the injuries are so. I still think City win it, but if City somehow bottled it, I don't. It would be embarrassing for them. But I don't know how. I think it'll be a weird game because I think we're going to start centre backs who've never played for us before.
Yes.
It's been confirmed that Fabinho's out for this game. So
wow.
Looks like it'll either be Henderson a centre back with Kabak, or it might be Kabak Davies or Kabak Phillips. I think you should take the risk. I think you should take the risk because I want Henderson in that midfield. I don't want people out of position. So just play Davies and Kabak. If Kabak and Davies have a stinker, then so be it. If Kabak and Davies have an absolute amazing game and keep Vardy away from scoring, then happy days. But I just think you need to get that partnership going because
the only thing is with Leicester is we've learned how to score goals without Vardy now. Harvey Barnes has actually got more goals in play than Jamie Vardy has. James Maddison's scoring goals. Yuri Tielemans can score some goals now. We're not just the Jamie Vardy show, so don't count us out just because you mentioned Jamie Vardy. We can get goals from everywhere, and I think that's thanks to Brendan Rodgers for changing the way that we play. I think Klopp Out tried it. And it failed. He was possession-based football, changed the counter-attack into a possession-based football, but for only possession-based football, and that's it. There was no outlet. It didn't seem to get many goals under his banner as a manager at Leicester. Brendan Rodgers came in and adapted Klopp Out style, and it's fast, fluid, and it's attacking. It's good. I like to see it, and I think where Leicester will win in the middle for me against Liverpool will be in the middle. You boys will win down the wings. It's going to be that kind of game, I think, with Ndidi, Tielemans and Maddison. There's a free triangle there in the middle that works, and it unlocks Vardy.
Do you know what I think is going to be the most interesting part? The fact that we're either way, because Fabinho is out now, we're going to have a new centre-back in. Henderson, most likely. So it's not our set centre-backs. And Vardy either is going to have the day of his life, or hopefully the centre-backs are going to pull it together. But with his pace at the back, Kabak's probably the only guy there that I can imagine will keep up with him if we want Trent and Robbo on the wings to push against Leicester, because I feel like it's going to be attacking from both sides. Like Leicester aren't going to come and sit back, and Liverpool aren't going to go there and sit back either. And I think with you lot trying to come at us, it's just going to be a lot of back and forth. And I just hope that Vardy doesn't expose us like he did last time.
I think it's going to be the best match we've had this season. I think it'll be the best match.
Hey, lads.
Hey up, Darren.
How are you, Lee?
All right,
How are you going? All right. Yeah, okay. So I'm in work, lads. I don't have a lot of time, so I kind of took a late break to jump on, but pleasure to have you on, Lee. I suppose my thoughts on the weekend are Liverpool have a very good record home and away to Leicester. But I think it's since we've beaten Palace 7-0, we've only scored 8 goals in our last 9 league games, and that's been really poor, do you know what I mean, from our standards. So Leicester certainly will be going in with full of confidence. 3 points only between ourselves at the moment, so it could be a possible 6-pointer. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, because the last thing we want, I feel, if we drop points here tomorrow is that we could be potentially playing for fourth. And I don't think there's 4 better teams in the league than us. I think over 38 games there's not. But at the moment, we are in a bit of a rut. Things are going against us, and we just got to get that win as soon as possible. And the longer, you know yourself, Lee, you go through without winning, the harder it becomes. But I'm also hearing Thiago possibly could be out tomorrow, which would again be another blow. So that's not official, but there's a couple of sources saying that he possibly could be out tomorrow. But Fabinho's definitely out, and Fabinho will miss Leipzig and possibly the derby as well next week, which is really, really bad for us. You know, it's just sums up our season so far. But
like I was saying before you came on, Darren, it's not just Liverpool. I know, because we all support our own sides and we follow our own side's news the most. But Leicester have had 14 injuries this season, rotated around each player, and we've just lost James Justin to an ACL tear. That's just broke news just now.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's now out for the season too. Like last season when we lost Ricardo, now we've lost our, I'd say, key man this year, James Justin. It's one of those seasons, I think, maybe because of the pandemic that happened, and the football is a constant thing at the minute. And now we've got European football to worry about as well. We've got Europa, you've got Champions League.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got Europa or Champions League? You're in Champions League. Champions League, yeah. But still, regardless, it's still midweek football that you don't really want right now. Let's be honest. With what's going on and the amount of football that we're playing, we've got FA Cup still to go as well. Leicester, we've just been drew Man United in the quarterfinals with that as well.
Yeah.
I'm worried how many injuries we're going to get going further along because we are dropping like flies. I just showed the lads the bench. Our bench is so thin, it's unbearable.
Lee, where do you think your lot's focus is going to be? Because obviously, like, you got a chance of doing something in Europe with you not being in Europa. But then the thing is, it's not impossible for you, the Premier League, because you're 2 points off United.
Yeah.
And if City pick up an injury, it could change everything. But do you think your direction would be more the Premier League or Europa?
I think if we can stay in that top 4 bracket, Brendan Rodgers will be pushing for Champions League football through that method via anything else, because for some reason the top 4 has become this almost like a glorified cup that we all go, we achieved top 4 is a trophy that don't exist, and that's kind of diminished the FA Cup, because the FA Cup, if I remember right, as a little kid, the FA Cup was this magical thing that happened on TV. It was celebrated nearly for the whole day on BBC, if I remember right. Am I right, boys?
From 9 o'clock that morning. Yeah,
that's gone now. That's gone. That was treated like a royal wedding, man. Yeah. You know, a fixture. So it's lost its magic, the cup, but I would still like Leicester to win the FA Cup to put it in the trophy cabinet. But I think overall, the top 4 is always the priority for every club these days, because Champions League football, there's so much money in it and you get worldwide exposure on your club.
Yeah, the recognition alone is worth so much money, as you were saying, Lee, apart from just the finances you do get. But I think for Leicester, it's a great chance this season to get top 4. And look at yous have been unbelievable for the injuries yous have got to sustain what yous have done, to be 3 points ahead of Liverpool, even though, look, we've had our differences this season, but yous have been phenomenal and yous are on a really good run of late now. So it's going to be one of the toughest games for us tomorrow, going away from home to try and get 3 points, because we badly need 3 points. You know, we've given ourselves so much work to do. That going to Leicester, playing Everton at home next week, games that we could have possibly, let's say, done without needing exactly 3 points. Now we need that, you know what I mean? Nothing else. But like, big up to Leicester. It's been a great season so far, and I'm sure that will continue right to the end. You've done great last season until the project restart, and then, you know, United got in the top 4, and you finished outside of Hedges as a clear runner to definitely get top 4. So it's a bit disappointed at that. But
which was, by the way, again, that was injuries that really caused that. I don't care what anyone says. You can call me out that I'm protecting Brendan Rodgers and blah, 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 blah.
Because I agree.
People call him a bottle job, but I'll say it once more. We replaced Ricardo Pereira at the time, who was probably, give or take, one of the best right backs in the Premier League, if not in Europe. And he got injured for a full year. We replaced him with Ryan Bennett.
Yeah.
Who's fucking Ryan Bennett? That's all I got to say about that. Move on.
Definitely, people need to stop saying Brendan Rodgers is a bucket job manager. I believe Brendan Rodgers is an excellent manager. I know he went to Celtics, get the experience, get the tactics. And I'm telling you, Brendan Rodgers, in my opinion, is the 3rd best manager in the league. I'm not going to argue with nobody. This guy when you look at him, how Leicester City has been playing this season, not only going attack, but when they need to defend, when they need to be tactical, Bernard Rodgers has shown that he have the quality. He just need to get one more big chance, and people continue saying the flop. And I'm going to say this to you, Lee. Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, if they want to go forward and win Premier League and win trophy, I think Bernard Rodgers is the next manager to take these teams because he's very good. If him coaching this Man United team, you don't think him going to get more out of this Man United team, this Arsenal team, this Chelsea team? People need to put respect on this man name. This guy has gone and prove himself. I know the managerial career for Bernard Rodgers come early in his Liverpool career, but this guy have a lot of experience. I need people to just ease off. Injured, clearly messed up Leicester City last season. When you look at the key player them out for them, people need to understand that and stop judging him after the Liverpool job. That's what people continue to judge Bernard Rodgers, and it's not fair. Yeah. Why would judge Jose Mourinho like that? Haven't win for nothing for how long? Why people continue doing that? Bernard Rodgers is a very good manager, and I'm going to tell you this. If Klopp for leave tomorrow, either him or Gerrard, I will take back at the club.
Wow.
Interesting.
The thing with Brendan Rodgers, though, is he's proved it. At Celtic, he can win trophies, but at the same time, there's no loyalty clearly to him. Maybe Celtic fans don't like him anymore, but he left for Leicester. Would he leave Leicester for a bigger job?
Probably.
No one knows the answer because he's left Celtic to come to Leicester. Like that. Drop of a hat, and he was on a treble. He was on a treble, lads. He was on a treble. It's not like he just walked out for no reason. He was on a treble. He could have won a treble.
In his defense, I think he was going for a stage where he was redeveloping his managerial career because he had his peak at Liverpool, and then it went a little bit downhill from there. And then all of this started coming out about him being a bottle job, him not having the capability of running a big squad. But I think he started to develop himself a little bit more at Celtic, and when he got the opportunity to jump onto the Leicester job, that was pretty much his opportunity to just go back up.
Yeah. There's a big opportunity at Leicester. We are a platform that are building outside of people that don't really follow, other teams. We've just built this. If you boys can see that on the
that's a beautiful training complex.
On the Maguire money from selling one player, we've built our future for our club that we can invest in. Young academy players, and. It's amazing to see my club has one of the best world flipping facilities in world football. Training facility it's absolutely nuts.
Do you know, Lee? That's what I love about a club like Leicester. It's the fact that you've had your success and you've used it as a chance to develop for the future, not just at the moment sort of thing. And that's why I feel like a lot of clubs that have had the opportunity. All right, what you lot did was just beyond any sort of script or anything when you lot won the Premier League, but a lot of clubs would have had that opportunity, would have become considered a sort of big club, but then I feel would have just dropped back down again. And that's why I feel like you lot have managed to maintain that level, and you will eventually be considered. Not offense to you now, but eventually you just don't have the history behind you. You will eventually be considered like one of the big clubs in England, and that is because you lot are taking the right steps in development and everything like that. And I love to see it.
Yeah, I think that the owners are going for that. I think that's the long-term plan, is become a established Big Six side. But who do you drop out of the Big Six? I'll throw it back to you boys. Who do Leicester replace in the Big Six?
Arsenal.
Arsenal on a Big Six, are they?
I can't see any of you boys now. I'm full screen again.
Ryan.
Just a second, guys. Just a second.
There we go. Change it. The squares.
Yeah, no, while he's sorting that out, I agree with Darren. The thing is, Spurs have dropped off, and they keep coming in and out of that top six sort of thing.
That's me again.
Ryan.
Continue, guys. Continue, man. Continue.
Oh yeah, there's me now. Yeah, no, but what I was saying is, Tottenham they don't have that consistency to stay at the top. Anytime they look like they're about to achieve something, they drop off. Like the thing is, they had a really good start to this season in the Premier League, and then what happened? They, plummeted down to 7th or 8th place, and then again they've had an opportunity again, and you saw what happened. Was it yesterday or something against Everton? And you're looking at the team come on, you don't have flipping Gareth Bale, who was considered like almost in the same bracket as Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, or if not just below, and you're struggling to beat teams like Everton. And I just don't see a team like that being able to consistently stay in that top flight. And if Leicester come for anyone, it's going to be them.
Yeah, Ryan, I think as well. So sorry, later. Leicester will definitely. They're going to finish in the top 6 this season. I think could even be the top 4. So, I mean, did Leicester finish? They did finish in the top 6 as well last season. So they're well established now. Yeah. If they do it this season again, they're more than established in there. So, I mean, to me, why I said Arsenal was, I think, because Leicester are going to finish ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal haven't been the same team the last couple of seasons. They finished outside the top 4. Last season, they finished outside the top 6. And when you compare Leicester to Arsenal at the moment, to me, I would say Leicester are all around that bit more experienced, stronger, have better players developing through, and have a more experienced and better manager. But time will tell.
And you know what? They're so much more enjoyable to watch at the moment. Like Brendan Rodgers actually got Everton playing decent football. And you know what? Another thing about Brendan, is I'm kind of comparing him to Klopp now, because a lot of people have considered Klopp to be a bit more stubborn in the way he plays football. But Brendan, any team that he's gone to, he looks like he's adjusted a lot to the team. And I think that's what Leicester are appreciating from him at the moment. He's adjusted to the fact that you've got... And the thing is, like, you're talking about 14 different injuries, and he's had to keep adjusting to different scenarios, and he's able to deal with it quite well. He doesn't just keep repeating what he did before playing players out of position, but he's just making it better for them, and he's adjusting to just difficult situations at the moment.
I was going to discuss about Rodgers' man management as well. With just an example for Jamie Vardy, for example. Jamie Vardy's 34 years old, lads. He's retired from English international duties, which is already helping him prolong his career. Now, the reason for that is because you wouldn't fly, away and play for England, but you're not playing. You're doing all the training, you're doing all the flying, you're doing all the traveling, you're doing all the rubbish parts of playing for England, but you're not actually playing. You're being either played in the wrong position or you're on the bench. So what's the point of going? So it was a good idea for Jamie Vardy to kill off his England career early. And then Brendan Rodgers has managed him by changing his game. I don't know if you boys have seen Vardy. He doesn't press like he used to. He used to hound down the centre-backs for the ball. He used to press hard. He doesn't do that no more. He only makes the runs when necessary. And Brendan Rodgers is the man that's brought that into him. It's only necessary for you to run onto balls you're going to score from. You don't need to be chasing that ball anymore. We play a different style. So that's man management for Brendan Rodgers to, I think, extend Jamie Vardy's career. Because he's 34. Anyone can finish at 34, 35. But I think we're going to see at least another 2 years out of Jamie Vardy, at least, still, at this level.
If he manages to pull another 2 years out of Vardy, I will be like, do you know what? Vardy just doesn't seem to age like a normal footballer does. Because most of them, especially anyone playing in his position, you're looking, 29, 30 to be able to keep up the way he does. And you're right, like the way, to be honest, I haven't noticed it myself. But if Vardy is adjusting, if Rodgers is telling Vardy not to go after every single ball, he's going to prolong his career in that sense, because it's about being a bit more selective, running for the balls and being able to conserve energy and be a bit smarter about what you're doing. And look, talking more about the Liverpool game, in the game against Liverpool, where Kabak's going to be, hopefully Kabak's going to be playing at centre-back, where he's going to be adjusting, and we've got a new centre-back partnership, he's going to have to watch Vardy so attentively to make sure that he's able to keep up with runs, especially, like I said before, if we've got our fullbacks trying to go at Leicester, it's going to expose places at the back. And the thing is, if Vardy goes for it every time, Kabak can adjust to that. He knows every time that Vardy's going to do a run. If he's more selective about the runs, he might catch Kabak off a little bit, he might catch him off his game, or he might just get a moment of lapse and go for it. And that's the thing. That's what worries me a lot about a team like Leicester, because you're not capable of just exposing those holes at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point, so Yves, and I also think tomorrow it's very unfortunate for us that Fabinho's out, because I think he was our go-to now for the rest of the season as playing centre-half. When you look back at Van Dijk got that injury in October at Goodison Park, Fabinho's played every game he's been available and being selective at centre-back. So I think, regardless of us bringing in the two centre-backs in Kabak and Ben Davies, I still think Fabinho is going to be our first-choice centre-back and one of them play alongside him. And I think tomorrow, until we heard the news today, the very unfortunate news that he's out now, that it would have been Kabak and Fabinho playing centre back. So I think the good thing for us tomorrow is that we will see the influential, that drive and the person that makes us tick back in midfield in Jordan Henderson. And I think that could potentially get our front three again back playing with some swagger. being that bit more ruthless and clinical, because that's something that we haven't done. As I said, since we beat Palace 7-0 just before the week before Christmas, we've only scored 8 league goals in 9 games. So that's a whimper for us, you know what I mean?
Lee, I know you have to run, Lee, because it's coming down to time, but I want you to just give me a starting lineup before you leave. Just give me the Leicester City starting lineup you think Brendan Rodgers will go with.
Yeah, so this is what he'll go with 100%. There's no other options. The only thing you could change would be to pull Luke Thomas out, okay, and potentially go with a back three with Soyuncu, Pereira. Move Tielemans up next to Maddison, playing 2 in front behind Vardy, and then pull Hamza Chowdhury on and have 2 holding role. Hamza Chowdhury is a very intense player. He tackles through like an old school 90s defender.
He's a very good player.
He's a very good player, and you guys don't like him because he nearly broke Salah in 2. But that's what we like. That's what we like about Leicester. Leicester's always had a bit of an old school way of dealing with things. You remember some of our old players like Steve Walsh and Jerry Taggart, 2 big men that used to just collide people, completely take them out. And that's what Leicester was about back in the day. And Chowdhury is a Leicester man. He's an academy product from the age of 8 years old, born in Leicester as well. And that's the only option other than the back 4 would be to having 2 holding roles on to potentially try and sweep out the ball in the middle and just go forwards all the time.
Definitely. That's a good team, and that would be interesting, especially playing against a Liverpool or 3 at the back. You don't think you guys going to outnumber? You're giving up the wing.
Yeah, but we've got to because we haven't got a wing. So if we haven't got one, why play one? Play something different.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see how we adjust to it, because with Thiago in our team, it would have been interesting to see essentially a battle between him and Chowdhury and Ndidi at the middle, especially considering both of them are quite aggressive in tackles and stuff like that. And it would have made for an interesting game. But hearing that Thiago's out, I really want to see how we adjust that, because we can't play Henderson in the middle. We haven't got Fabinho, and those are like our aggressive midfielders that would kind of be able to tone down Chowdhury a little bit and protect Salah to an essence. If Chowdhury's out the game, like you said, it still doesn't make it easy for us in the middle, because with you lot playing a back 4, it makes it easier for you lot to kind of deal with our fullbacks trying to push up the pitch. And it means the midfield we're going to have to get a lot more involved. And like you said earlier, you lot are probably going to win the game in the middle of the park. But genuinely, obviously, I'm going to hope that you don't. But it's going to be hard to watch to an extent. But we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, score predictions before we shoot, because I've got to go, lads.
Okay. What's your score prediction? Because we're going to finish up our Liverpool side. So give me a score prediction.
I will take a point. Our home performances have been dire. And I'll be honest with you, I'd take a point against the defending champions. Simple as that. I'd take a point. 2-2.
Okay. That's not a bad score. That's a not bad score. But thank you very much, man, 2-2. Lee, to coming on, man. I really appreciate it, man. And I know I linked it late, but I really appreciate it. But guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Lee channel and give him support. Tell him Ryan LFC send him. So make sure you guys go and check out him channel. But
on the road to 7K. We're on the road to 7K on the channel. Yeah. So I'm hoping
you'll hit no 10K in no time.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Big love, man. Good luck for tomorrow. Actually, not good luck for tomorrow.
Yeah. See you, boys.
See you.
Okay. So.
No, it's not me. But
both are for us, guys. Yeah.
Oh, did we lose Darren?
Yeah, lose Darren. Darren at work, so we're going to just jump on and stuff. So what's your starting lineup for tomorrow? My
starting lineup. The thing is, I really wanted Fabinho. Either Fabinho at centre back and move Henderson up the pitch, or Fabinho up the pitch and Henderson at centre back, or both of them in midfield. Because Leicester, like Lee was saying earlier, Leicester can be quite aggressive in the middle, a bit old school. And the thing is, like the players we've got at the moment just aren't aggressive enough to battle them like that in the middle of the pitch. So I genuinely don't know. All right, so obviously we've got Robbo and Trent, 2 centre backs for me, Kabak and Henderson. Then in the middle, Is Thiago injured or not? Or is that just rumor?
Not confirmed. There was rumors that he hadn't trained all week, but there was a Instagram picture by Leighton Clarkson with Thiago in it.
Yeah, because
2 days ago. So I think he has trained. I think Thiago will be fit, but Fabinho's out 100%.
Yeah, I'll probably say
Thiago will be fit.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, and hopefully he has a good game, and everyone's getting on the back as well. But for me, it'll probably be Thiago, Gini, and then we've got Curtis Jones as well, because Curtis Jones drives with the ball as well, and that's what we will need against Leicester, someone to take the ball forward, and then at the front, Mane, Salah, and Firmino. So that's my starting lineup. What do you think about that?
It's not a bad lineup. That's not a bad lineup. I like that. I probably go with the same lineup with you. But what's your 2 centre back? You go.
Henderson and Kabak.
Well, for me, I want to see Henderson back in the midfield. So I'm going to give him my starting lineup. I would go with Alisson. I would go with Kabak. And I would go with Ben Davies, Trent Robertson. And in the midfield, I would go with Henderson, Gini, and Thiago if him fit. But if Thiago not fit, I will put Curtis over Thiago in place, because we really need fight in that midfield. Not having Henderson up against this Leicester City team, when you look at the 2 different of them defensive midfield Leicester have, they're very rough, and the game going to back in the midfield. So who in the midfield come tomorrow, I think they're going to win the game. So I would go with Salah, Mane, and Roberto Firmino up front. What's your starting lineup, Jezebel?
But quite hard for me. I want to see us experiment. I think Trent has been horrible defensively as of late. You know, he's been the way he's been at the moment. It looks like someone just put a winger at right back and just left it there. So I would like us to try, maybe not today, but Klopp to try and experiment and push Trent up. You know, like I think it was Wolves against City where they put Adama Traore as the right wing back. Like play wing backs and play Trent and Robertson there and go through at the back, maybe go Fabinho, Kabak, Davies. I think that would be great defence. But I don't think that will happen, obviously, against Leicester, because it's too early to try and do that. I think he'll do that maybe against the Everton. I'm going to go exactly as what Ryan said. I want Henderson back in midfield. I'm gonna change a little bit. Gonna go Trent. I'm gonna go Phillips because I want aerial duels.
To be honest, that's a very good shout. I didn't really.
I want Phillips. I want Kabak. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go Phillips Davies. The reason I'm gonna go Phillips Davies is because Kabak, I think, plays the right of the centre backs, and Phillips plays left. No. Oh my God, Phillips plays right, and Kabak is left, I think. So, so it'd be either Phillips Kabak or Phillips Davies, and then Robertson, Thiago, Henderson, Wijnaldum. Oh, no, I'm going to drop Wijnaldum for this one. I'm going to go Thiago, Hendo, Jones, Salah, Firmino, Mane.
This is a good lineup. Do you know what I like about that, to be honest? The fact that I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot about Phillips, and he's actually proven himself. And if you did that, to be honest, both of you lot said Henderson out of the back. And I've been crying about it all week that we need to get Henderson out of defence. And then I've just put him in my starting lineup. So I'm actually, in my head, I'm thinking I'm going to change that up, yeah? If Thiago, let's just assume Thiago was injured, I'll do Wijnaldum, Jones, and Henderson in the middle. And I know it's a little bit risky with taking Thiago out and putting Jones in, because Jones isn't like defensively there where Thiago is. But I feel like we just need to be a bit more attacking, because if you remember 2 seasons ago, we barely even had a defense, and all we did was attack, and it won us games. Yeah, we conceded a lot of unnecessary goals, but we were very capable of winning games by attacking. I think against Leicester, we just need to go for it, because like when Darren said earlier, yeah, we've scored 7 goals in like our last 9 games. I don't know what he said, yeah. That is painful to hear. That ain't Liverpool, because we used to score like 2 goals a game minimum, and now we're struggling big time, and I don't like to see that.
Definitely. It's a very tough start for Liverpool, especially touching the New Year's. Let's hope we can change that come tomorrow against a very good Leicester City team. Not only a win take us front of Leicester City and goal difference. So it's very important for us to win this game. It's a must-win game, and I just want my team to do good. But for me, to hear that Fabinho injured, I think Klopp rushing back in the game against Manchester City.
I think he was rushed back, and so was Alisson.
So this is what we have to deal with. They don't trust the rest of player them in the squad because Klopp don't have any faith in them. And to see him out for so long, you're going to miss an Everton game, the Champions League. It's very, very, very difficult for us, and I want to see something different.
Just in Klopp's defence, he was under a lot of pressure to fix the problems that we were having in defence. And I feel, he probably made a mistake, but it was just we had big games coming up, and we were trying to like pull a win with one of the smaller games. I think he came on against, can't remember now. He came on in the game before Man City, if I'm not wrong. That was his first game back from injury or something like that. And I think it was just to try pick up a win. Against Brighton, if I'm not wrong. Did you play against Brighton? I don't even remember.
Who did?
Fabinho.
I don't know. I remember which one? Away or home?
No, just now. That was.
No, he didn't play. He was injured.
Oh, so his first game back was against City.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. No, in that case, I mean, I feel it's just that same sort of thing though. That Klopp was under pressure to get Fabinho back in because we were struggling so much, and without him on the pitch, there's a big possibility it could have gone a lot worse. But after watching that game, I don't think it could have gone much worse than that. Can you guys stop picking up dodge? Does this? I'm assuming I can't see this guy's picture, but if he's a Liverpool fan, this guy's got to realise that
Brendan. I think he's a Nottingham Forest fan. I don't know. He's I don't know. He's a Nottingham Forest.
His picture says LFC.
Is it?
Guy, if you can comment, what team you support? Because the thing is, I want to remind you that we went through a long, difficult patch, and Brendan Rodgers was the guy who taught us how to believe again. Like he was a prelude to Klopp, and how can you not remember what this guy did for us? We went and flipping. Apart from that game against Crystal Palace where it was 3-3, that whole season was like one of the best seasons I've watched in my life. Suarez, Sturridge, madness.
Just talking about something first. I want to know, Saif, did you know about this? I actually found out about this really recently. That apparently Klopp wanted Koulibaly in January.
Yes. Oh my days. Sorry.
No.
I actually haven't heard about it much, but I just saw a couple of tweets and I saw a news article about it as well. And I was thinking, is this the case? Because it's a bit wild for Klopp to just go to the papers or go to the press and say, I wanted Koulibaly, and they just fully went against me, and they didn't let him get Koulibaly, and I think that he settled on getting Kabak and Davies in.
Yeah, no, but he wanted Koulibaly, and also apparently they were this close to get. We were about to get this window to Davies, Kabak, Gordon, and Ismail Assar, because they had signed the contract, done all the wages and everything. And then FSG said, I can't pay the money.
That's mad. That is so
mad. It just shows that FSG... And also, apparently we were going to get... We bidded 54 million for Di Maria. How can we bid 54 million for Di Maria and not be able to afford 35 million for Sar?
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, some of these players are proven as well, so I don't understand what direction we're taking sometimes. But if imagine, I don't know when Klopp had this discussion about Koulibaly coming in, but imagine he did it at the beginning of the transfer window. How much that guy would have been in the team, settled into the team by now, playing games. Like he would have been ready for the City game if he came at the beginning of the transfer window. Because I remember last time we did our business early, and it was the best thing we ever did. Because while other teams were still buying big names and trying to get them to settle in the team, our team had already settled and gelled together. And I'm not gonna lie, if he did that from the beginning of the transfer window, it could have been so different for us because having a proper centre back, and the guy is proven at the top level. So having him in our team would have made such a difference.
And you got to also admit, Koulibaly, Van Dijk, no one's going past that. That's a brick wall.
Yeah. No, mate, I'm telling you, strikers running at them two would look around and start running the other direction, man. That's
just a shame we haven't got them. But then I really do hope this summer we really do reinvest, because we can't have Origi as a striker. We need to get Pat Staka like Salzburg. Passan Daka.
I haven't watched him much, to be honest, but
in our friendly against Salzburg, he scored a double against us. He was really, really good. I like someone like that. You know, I just think, you know, I think if we had sorted this out, just imagine if FSG weren't so deluded for a minute and they actually got Kabak and Davies January 2nd. That would have maybe changed everything. But the fact that they've come so late, we've had to play defensive midfielders at defence.
And the thing is, I don't understand what was going on here, because we were obviously in an error. Like, we were obviously having problems at the back. We knew Van Dijk wasn't coming back. You know, Matip's injury prone. And you know, we need Henderson and Fabinho out of defence so they can help the midfield. Why has FSG, like, I just don't understand. It's not, I don't know if it's FSG or if it's like some management or whatever it is in the club yet. I don't know what took them so long. If they knew they were going to buy these two defenders, why wait till so long? Because the thing is, even if they came a week before we bought them, yeah, instead of waiting that long, they would have had an extra week to train with the team. Maybe could have come on in the City game, and they will be a lot more prepared for this Leicester game. And then maybe we might be sitting here saying, you know what, come back to Davies without doubt, because we know they're capable. But right now, I'm not going to lie, what they've had 6, if I'm not wrong, 8 or 9 days of training with the team, including the 2 days they had before the City game. And how much do you expect them to learn or know about the team in that little time? And then, throw them in such a bad situation where right now, all the fans, the whole Premier League, all the pundits are putting so much pressure on Liverpool to go and grind and get a result. And then we've had to play City and then Leicester on the trot. It's not easy for us. And then throw them into a game like that and expect them to do the job. And the thing is, we have to throw them in the deep end because we ain't got a choice. And do you remember, I'm not sure if you remember when Trent played his debut against Man United.
Was it 2-0 loss or something?
2-1.
Yeah, he had
2-1 when Rashford.
Like, it was a bad game. Like, there was good moments for him, yeah, but he had a bad game. And I think maybe, I don't know if that's Klopp's start, because if I'm not wrong, yeah, when Fabinho came to the club, it took a long time before Klopp started playing him in the first 11. But when Trent was coming through the academy, he basically got thrown in that United game, and he had a bad game. And I'm really worried that because this time Klopp doesn't have the option to ease Kabak and Davies into Liverpool style of football and whatnot, and bring them on here and there and whatnot as the game goes on, he's going to have to throw them into the deep end and hope they do the best they can against Leicester and get that result. So it's just a bit worrying to see what happens.
This is what FSG has put Jurgen Klopp, one of our best managers in the last 50 years or 40 years. And this guy has done so much for us to bring us back to the pinnacle. And this is how FSG, this is, beg your pardon?
No, I said, yeah, look at where we are. As in, not right now, but we've won the Champions League, won the Premier League. He's done so much for us, man.
Listen, I'm telling you, if my wife do so much great thing for me, my brother, everything, and she said to me, say, listen, Ryan LFC, I want a BMW. As long as I have the money, I will get that for her. She give me every single thing. She take me to the next level. She make me becomes a rich person, and then she asking me for a one favor. And this is the first time Klopp asking FSG a favor and say, listen, go and get me 2 defender early as possible. We all know Jurgen Klopp like him player them to in the thing for like 2 weeks before him play them and stuff, to know the Liverpool way, to know the system. That's how Jurgen Klopp work. When you're going to leave it so late, if Fabinho and Joel Matip haven't get injured in that Tottenham Spurs game, I don't think we would have get a defender. And it's so ridiculous and it's so unfair for Jurgen Klopp to go through this same thing. You know what this reminds me of? We Liverpool fans, we has to get out FSG as early as possible, because remember when Ferguson leave and the Glazer of Manchester United?
Oh, yeah.
Ferguson was doing great. He was covering up for them, winning, because he have the talent. He know to unlock player like Jersey Boy. He can take them to the next level. Give him a player that have him being great. And Ferguson, Jurgen Klopp, he turned them into world class. So I'm saying, this is what the Glazers happen now. When Ferguson leave, they collapse. This is what Jurgen Klopp hiding them. Remember when Jurgen Klopp take over at Liverpool, every signing FSG buy, it was all wrong. Most of their signings wrong. They make a lot of bad choice. Just because of the greatness of Jurgen Klopp take us to the next level. Yes, we know we have a pandemic, but give him a little bit of money to spend and improve this squad. The squad need reinforcement. We have a big summer ahead of us, and if we cannot fix that, we're going to fall way behind. Chelsea, we always have money to spend, and they're going to sack another manager if it be the case for they get success. Everton, they're creeping closer and closer. They have a very good owner, willing to spend. They have a great manager, Carl Ancelotti. So if Liverpool don't believe they're not going to sign any player, and I believe the biggest mistake we make when we win the Champions League, we didn't sign anybody. We take Adrian and free, and now this summer it catch up on us because we never reinforcement and invest in the squad enough. This
right,
squad.
Yeah. If we had to pick like one player right now to reinforce our team, yeah,
Mbappe.
Who have you got in mind? Mbappe.
New number 7.
Realistic jersey boy. Realistic.
Haaland. Haaland's more realistic.
Because apparently
Haaland is 70 million the release clause.
But I think Haaland apparently is very strongly linked to going to Manchester.
If we strongly in Manchester City, but if you listen to the interview with Salzburg's, not Salzburg,
Red Bull.
Yes, Red Bull Salzburg's manager. He said he sees Klopp. He sees not Klopp. He sees Haaland going to us.
Yeah, and the thing is, Klopp's got that relationship with Dortmund, so I'm hoping he can use that to pull him in.
Yeah, I would love Haaland. Just imagine a fun thing of Haaland, Mane, Salah. We are going to absolutely tear a new arse
right now as well. Do you know who else I would like to see? Yeah, have you seen that Rafinha from Leeds?
Yeah, I think we should get him, but the problem is, I don't think he would want to leave Leeds, and also they'll go like it's 80 million. I'm like, it's not worth 80 million.
No, I mean, and he's got to ask himself the question: does he want to stay at a smaller club, even though these are a massive club? Yeah, these are a big club, but as in a lower league club, does he want to stay there and play 90 minutes every game, or does he want to come to Liverpool and be a second option? And I think you're right; he'll probably want to choose Leeds over that. Sorry.
So this is what I'm saying. In the summer, we need to get rid of a few players, in my opinion. I think we need to get rid of Axel Chamberlain, injury prone, not consistent enough when him play. Player like Navigator, injury prone, not consistent when him get him chance to play. Shaqiri, Divock Origi. We can move on. I think this Liverpool team outgrow most of these players, the squad player, they're not good enough. That's why so many pressure on Salah and Mane. They're not putting the pressure on Salah and Mane. They, week in, week out, Roberto Firmino, they're going to play all the time and stuff. So we need improvements. That's all we need, improvements.
Definitely. But sorry, I just seen one of the comments here from the one underneath the one that you've highlighted. Perfect time while talking about LFC, blah, blah, blah. It says, if FSG fail to back Klopp in the summer, we'll fall back into the pack. LFC have outgrew FSG.
Yeah,
and
this is...
Yeah, look, right now, I know we're criticising FSG a lot and everything, but to be honest, yeah, look, we managed to get them to fork out for us a little bit at the beginning. And we do have a quality team right now. And the thing is, as much as I want them to invest, I'd love to see, like I said, Rafinha, I'd love to see Haaland on the team, and definitely I'd love to see Mbappe, yeah? But you got to remember, and the thing is, I don't know if this is me being a bit naive and hoping that people that have been my heroes for the last 2-3 years are still capable of doing it. But we've got Mane, we've got Firmino, and we've got Salah, and they've been doing so well for such a long time. I know Conroy is going to disagree with the Firmino bit in the attack and say he needs to drop to a 10.
No,
yeah?
no. I just
these
think
have been capable of doing it for such a long time, and I think Firmino is just not mentally in the right place right now. And I hope we pick up a big win against Leicester, because I think that'll put people back into their moods, and especially someone like Firmino, who I feel needs like a big confidence boost. We saw the difference it made against West Ham, and it was the first time I seen him fight back for the ball. And when he fought back for that ball, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, old Firmino is coming back out of him. That moment, I was like, this is the moment, everything's going to change. But unfortunately, he only lasted the rest of that game. And I feel like a big game against Leicester will change everything for him. And I feel like a few weeks from now, we might be sitting on this stream again saying, you know what, we've got the quality on the team. We don't need to concern ourselves too much about trying to sign a big name and trying to be like City or trying to be like Chelsea, where when times are hard, just go and pick up the biggest players in Europe and splash the money out, because Klopp's not that style of manager. But then you got to ask yourself the question, is that modern day football, like, do you have to spend that money to keep at the top? And
I think you need to just keep.
Say something.
No, I just think the thing is with Firmino, it's not a dislike, but he's definitely our plays. It's worked for 4 years. It's been amazing, but it's too predictable now in the sense of he's not even pushing defenders away. I mean, people were saying last night, like, we're not just a crossing team, and I agree. But right now, teams are just saying, right, cross it. You're not going to do anything because our play isn't our patterns of play aren't good enough for now. So therefore, that's what we're doing. As much as people might say we've got more to our game, we do. But right now, we're not showing that. What I would say about Firmino is Jota came in, right, and I think what Kane's done at Tottenham is showing that the game's evolved a little bit and we need to evolve with it in the sense of the person who's playing that false nine or whatever, even a number 9 role now, they can't just get away with applying for the assists or great movement for those front three because you're seeing what Kane's doing for Son. And I'm not saying we have to spend loads of money. Haaland's not going to happen because he's going to go to City. That's guaranteed to happen. But I just think there might even be a shrewd signing out there. But all I would say is we cannot go on with the only striker in that squad, proper striker, being Divock Origi. That's the alternative. It doesn't have to be a big name because I like Origi, but at the end of the day, like, Jota is showing that he can challenge the front three. He's been amazing, but I still feel that people keep saying, but we do need a striker. And as Saif always says, I say, I'm not talking about Andy Carroll. Like, you can have a number 9 who can link up, who can be great. I might be looking at potential here, but I don't know if you look at like Watkins. People might say Watkins is not good enough yet, but he is like ability-wise in the sense of he's tall, he's big, he's fast, and he can link up play. And he can score goals. That's the type of. I mean, you could even argue that maybe who isn't as big but was good was Ings. But what are we going to do? Sign Ings for 60 million and bring him back? That would just be. That's not very good business, and I can't see Southampton selling him.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, we saw Ings at Liverpool, and unfortunately, he had a very injury-stricken career at Liverpool. But I mean, I know it's a bit of a harsh thing to say, considering he's performed well at Southampton, especially when they were pushing 5th place in the league or something like that at one point.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll move, Safe. I don't think he'll move. I think he's happy.
Even if he did, let's just say we spent 60 mil on him. I just don't think he's the player for Liverpool. That's my personal opinion, anyways, because he's not before what Firmino used to do, and this is what he's missing a lot from his game right now. Is, for example, let's say we pick up the ball in the middle of the park. Let's say Thiago's got the ball. Firmino he comes short, so that you've got him.
He's sometimes in our own half. He comes that short.
He comes too short. But what he used to do before is he would come short, and it brings the centre backs out, and it gives Salah and Mane the space behind. But like you're saying, Firmino's not sprinting around as much as he used to. It used to be a quick 1-2. You give Firmino the ball, he's already turned. He's either turned his defender and he's looking up for the pass, or he's picked up another midfielder. Like, for example, Wijnaldum will be making a run, and he does a nice 1-2 with Wijnaldum, and before you know it, his back's facing goal, and before you know it, he's like 10 yards up the pitch, facing the goal, and he's got Salah and Mane as options. And we haven't seen that since. Even against. He looks
tired, mate. He looks tired. He looks mentally and physically tired, mate. And I don't think it's he's been running non-stop pressing for 4 years. Yeah. Maybe just he's tired. It's like a lot of people. It's like, I'm not saying chuck him out the team. I just think we need to evolve a bit. And right now is quite important. I keep saying it in different streams. I don't know, Ryan and Jersey will probably agree with me. But Liverpool are in a position right now. Do we want to be that team who's done well for 4 years and then disappear back to maybe getting the Champions League, maybe not? Or do we want to be ruthless and smart and build something? And that doesn't mean winning the league every year. It just means competing every year. And I think this summer is quite important. I'm not talking about Man City money. Liverpool don't need to spend that money. You just need to. Our scout network and our analysts have showed, like, who thought Jota would be amazing? Put your hand up. I didn't think he'd be amazing. Get me Timo Werner. Look at Jota now. So, like, obviously, Liverpool are very good at finding players who are good, but they've got the potential to be great, and other people might. Mane. I thought Sadio Mane was the worst decision maker I'd ever seen at Southampton. He could have a great game and then a terrible game, and he's literally been, until maybe this spell, he's been so consistent for Liverpool. So I believe we don't have to buy huge. I mean, there's going to be people screaming saying, get Mbappe, right? I'll believe that when I see it. I don't think I'll get Mbappe, but I do think there is definitely an opening, and I think a lot of fans now think we need a number 9. I don't know. Do you think we need a number 9, Ryan?
Definitely, we need a number 9. We need someone who's going to be clinical up front, especially Mane and Salah is not an out-and-out striker. We need someone who's going to, if they get one chance, like a Harry Kane
Aguero's the best example. Aguero's the best example.
You know, so
I want Haaland. I want Haaland this summer.
He's not going to come, mate. There's no way he's not going to City.
Listen, so why we can't get Haaland?
Because his dad is a City legend, right? He's not going to go to United because Roy Keane broke his dad's leg, right? So he's not going to come to Liverpool because it's Mino Raiola, and Liverpool will not work with Mino Raiola. So the only team really that's got the wages and the money is Man City. And do you know what? Man City are very good at business. They've probably already got that agreed because they're very organised. Liverpool are probably the best with Edwards at getting great deals. But Man City get their business done early. Man City will have half their transfers already agreed.
Looking at it from Haaland's point of view, there's a very, very small possibility that Liverpool could potentially be on a decline at the moment. Like they've had their peak and we're on a decline now. And why would you want to join a club when they're going down? Where City, even if they don't have downs, simply because they just throw money anytime they have a down and they use that.
But Guardiola's finished. Everyone's telling me Guardiola's been found out, and then look at this. It's amazing what one of the best managers in the world can do. He can adapt his system, get them playing well, and now they're going to run away with the league. It's like fans need to just sometimes look back and think, this is why this guy is one of the best managers ever.
I feel like we get very emotionally involved into the game as well. Like there's when a manager does something, like for example when Mourinho did that when he was with Chelsea, I think, and they beat us. I think it was Chelsea. Or when he was at United and they beat us, and he did this thing after the game where he went running down the pitch like that to the Liverpool fans.
That was Chelsea, the 2-0 game, wasn't it? With the tracksuit.
Oh my God! That moment when he did that, I was like, I hate this guy forever. Like there would be nothing. It wasn't even that bad what he did, but I was like, there's nothing this guy can do to not make me hate him.
Yeah. Do you not remember the photo though? Sorry, Steph, you go, mate.
No, I was just gonna say sometimes we look at things a bit too emotionally as football fans, as well as trying to analyze the game and analyze the right options and everything to make. And I feel like that's me. I get very emotionally involved in my decisions.
No, I do as well. I just think people were trying to tell me that Guardiola was done. And I'm like, just go on YouTube or watch any game analysis. And it's like, of course he's not done. He's literally adapted his game more in England than he probably has anywhere else, because he understands you can't just destroy every team. You need to be smart about it. Diaz, we didn't want him to work. He's worked. He's been brilliant. He has. You've got to hold your hands up when you get it wrong as well. Like I think with Liverpool,
a lot of people like say that Guardiola cannot perform at a club that doesn't spend money like they do. Like for example, at Barcelona, he had like the craziest players playing for the team at the time. So like, I'm not even joking. If I was managing that team, I think I could have won a good few trophies.
No, I think it's the way he does it, safe though. I think you might argue that he's maybe not the best manager. He's probably the best coach. But if you watch Phil Foden and Sterling's movement on Sunday, there's no way you can't tell me that his coaching is exemplary, because he gets them to make movement. So if it's not that good, why is our front three? We're not playing well now. But if you watch Foden's maybe not rapid. He's not like, he's a good dribbler, but his movement is the best I've ever. His movement is the best thing about him. His movement is so intelligent. So what I would say is, for me, Liverpool fans are not going to like me for saying this, but I don't know. I've always actually had a bit of okay with Mourinho, because see when Porto knocked Manchester United out and he ran down the touchline at Old Trafford, right? For me, that is legendary, and I'll never forget that. And I always think, I always remember Alex Ferguson's face when he done that and thinking, this guy has got balls. I was like,
you know, that just gave me vibes off. Do you remember when Suarez scored against Everton and
he done the dive?
Do you know, saying Suarez, would you have taken Suarez back when he left Barcelona instead of him going to Atletico? Because I feel like he would have fit into our team quite well.
But I think when you look back, hindsight's a good thing with the racism thing, and how we actually did, the club didn't put themselves in very good light then, the way they reacted with the t-shirts, because he was in the wrong, of course. And then I think when he came back to Anfield and shown quite a lot of disrespect, I don't even mean on the pitch, I just mean little things he said and stuff.
I think if he didn't do that, probably he would have been good to come back.
I think Liverpool.
Bad pass is not good.
The thing is, what frustrates me, is a lot of people dislike Suarez, and I think you said it plenty of times, Conway, that people have short memories, and Suarez
is the best I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen.
Oh my God! And the thing is, he loved our club when he was at Liverpool, and even when he left, he said that I watched every single Liverpool game. And the thing is, I know this guy loved the club, And once actually, I bumped into the team doctor, the old doctor in Madrid, and I was just talking to him about what's it like having someone like Suarez at the team. And he goes, you know, all these top level footballers, like I don't mean to pick up names, but Daniel Sturridge, for example, drama queens, feels a little twinge in the back of his leg. And like for 3 games, he's complaining that, oh, I got an injury, blah, blah, blah. There was one game against Norwich. Do you remember when Suarez scored that free kick against Norwich?
Which one?
To be fair, yeah.
out of the 20 goals he scored against Norwich.
30 yards out. And it was him or Gerrard had the option of taking the free kick.
I remember that one.
Before that game in training, Suarez hurt his foot, and they're meant to report it if they pick up an injury. But he didn't report it because obviously Norwich is the team that he scores against loads. So he went into the doctor's room, he's picked up a bag of ice, and he's walked back out. And the doctor said to him, wait, what's up? Like, what's wrong? You got to report your injuries. It's none of your business, just leave me alone. And he's walked back into the changing room, he's iced his foot and everything. His foot had swollen up so much, it wouldn't fit in his boot. So he borrowed one of Steven Gerrard's boots because Gerrard was a size bigger than him. And played the game with a swollen foot. And the thing is, for me, I just feel like we haven't got players with that sort of like, that mentality of,
he's a one-off safe though. He's like, Suarez is individually, I don't think anyone's had a better season like in the Premier League. Like, and I'm not just saying it, like people might come at me with Thierry Henry, amazing players, right? Probably better. But Suarez for Liverpool that season, he literally done stuff that I'd never seen before. Like some of those goals, he just carried us. Like, we're Liverpool fans. We know 13-14, that team wasn't great. But everyone says we bottled it, and look, we probably should have done better in the last couple of games. But that team should have not been competing for a title. The man is unbelievable. People try to tell me Sturridge... Sorry, mate.
So, no, carry on, sorry.
No, I was going to say, see how everyone says SOS with Sterling, Suarez and Sturridge, right? They couldn't lace Mane, Firmino... His boots. Suarez obviously could, but for Sterling, Sturridge, right? Sturridge scored a lot of goals that season. He was good, and he was obviously fit. Sterling was good as well. They had their moments, but it all came from Suarez. If you think that's not true, you might be able to pick out a goal that disagrees with that. But he made that team. I remember going to the Swansea game when we won 4-3 at Anfield, and Henderson scored twice. Right? He didn't even play that well in that game, but his actual aura, right, just willed us to win. Like I've never seen individually. I don't think there's ever been an individual season that's actually made a team finish so high. There's better players. I'm not saying that, but individually, unbelievable.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not coming back to Liverpool, so unfortunately,
no, he's going to win the league with Atletico.
He's doing so well, man.
Yeah, he is. He looks like he's enjoying it so much as well. He's like, he's one player, that plays with a smile on his face. He just looks like he's just living his best life on that pitch.
This is the thing. Barcelona must regret that so much. They're like, what the fuck have we done? They sold their best striker, and now Barcelona...
Again.
Barcelona, I do not know how that club is going to pay off their debts, man. 700 million by June. And apparently they're not going to play Coutinho for the rest of the season because if he play 6 more games, they ask 5 mil, and they can't afford it.
Wow, they're ridiculous, man. Barcelona, man, they make a lot of bad decisions over the years, and it really bite them back, and it really didn't cost them right now. But I don't care about Barcelona. But
you are, they're rubbish. They're Barcelona to me.
Listen, man, one of my favorite players. Suarez, and they deal him bad. The 3rd best goal scorer in Barcelona history. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Suarez?
Yeah, he's the 3rd best goal scorer in Barcelona history.
Yeah.
And remember, Suarez haven't been at Barca for 6-10 years.
Yeah.
That's actually who's number one? Who's number one?
My number one player?
No. Who's the top goal scorer for Barca? Who's
Messi?
Who's number one?
Messi.
Really?
Messi.
Who's Messi? I never thought he'd. No, sorry. I love that man. He's just unbelievable.
I think he's going to go to PSG just because I don't think City will want him. City will want Haaland, and to be honest, I think City fans should be looking at something for the future, not for now, because Messi's got 2-3 years in him left.
Mate, if Messi's at City, the amount of pace he's got around him, he would only have to use half his energy. No, honestly, I can see that. I can see that happening.
Trust me, they're gonna go 114 points. They're gonna go unbeaten with that fucking front three.
Think of that pace with Messi around him. He's not even got that great players around him now, like overhyped players. Imagine at City. He can go to centre mid. He can be a number 10. Unbelievable.
I'm just hoping that if that ever did happen,
can Messi do on a cold 9 Stoke in the Carabao Cup?
He scored 26 goals against Premier League teams in the Champions League.
Suarez is a top goal scorer in La Liga.
At the moment he is, yeah.
He win it. He win the golden boots. Trust me, he win it, man. He's a goal shark. Suarez is a very good player. But Conroy, we haven't given you a take on the game, on the Leicester City game. What are you looking for?
Ryan, 2 seconds. Ryan, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to come back in because my stream's when it's froze. So I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about the Leicester City game then.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Jersey boy.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you okay for that game tomorrow? You don't worry or nothing?
What did I just say? After that Burnley game, my nerves are gone. Ever since, as I told you, I didn't watch any of the football games before the Burnley game. But I decided, you know what? We've lost the home record. Nothing to worry about anymore. I'm going to watch every single game now live. So my nerves are all gone now. Because I know we're not going to win the league. I'm not worried anymore. If we lose, we lose.
Okay, Conroy is back. Welcome, Conroy. What you take on the game, this Liverpool team, and what you expect from Leicester City tomorrow?
To be honest, guys, I've been quite busy this week with work, so actually I've underestimated how big a game this is because I looked at the table last night and obviously Leicester are they're 3 points ahead of us right now. So if we it's really important we actually get something from this game and not a draw. To be honest, I said last week before City, I wouldn't be surprised if we won. I'd kind of say the same. I've heard Vardy's back though. Possibly that changes things, but I do think because Leicester, the way they play, and because of their performance at Anfield, I do think they'll be confident. They might say where they're getting the confidence from, but I feel like the way they play, it gives Liverpool space. So actually, I'm okay for tomorrow. I think Alisson will want to, redeem himself as well for his 2 errors. So I think he's got the mentality to be confident and turn up. I've not got any issues with that. I'm sure he'll be fine. I would say for us, there's maybe an argument if what the front three will be. I know Fabinho's out, isn't he? He's out now for the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he'll play Henderson at centre back now. I think it'll be Henderson and Kabak or Phillips, and maybe Henderson and Phillips actually because they've played together a few times. And I think it'll be Thiago, Gini, and possibly Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones has earned his stripes the last couple of games. He's actually the only one who's played quite well. So I'm more confident than maybe others. What's your take on it? Are you quite confident?
For me, I'll go for it then. I think tomorrow's going to be the day. I know I'm very ambitious usually, but I feel like it's just the Fabinho thing has really like messed up my whole thing, because if Fabinho was still healthy to play, then it gives us the option of moving either Fabinho or Henderson out of defence and bring Kabak, Phillips or Davies in. Like we've got 3 options there at the back. I think Nat Phillips has proved himself, and he's aerially then. Jersey actually said it earlier, Jersey boy, about how Phillips is good in the air and stuff like that. But the problem is he ain't got the pace. But I'm not sure if Klopp will actually go for the risky option of Kabak with the strength and the pace, and then you've got Phillips who's aerially there as well, and play them 2 at the back. But then you got to question yourself that is there a leader there? Because we've always played from centre back with a very strong leader in Van Dijk. And Vardy is going to try and pick out as many holes as he can, especially if our fullbacks are attacking that game. And I feel like we need to focus more of our game in the midfield and attack and dominate the game from that side. So we don't need to concern ourselves too much about defence. I feel like right now we're focusing so much on defense that we're not moving the ball out of that area. We're always like literally, it's like if you had like a glass mirror and it's just sitting on one point, and we need to stop doing that. And there's different parts of the pitch that we need to focus on. Terrible analogy, by the way, but I couldn't think of anything else.
No, it's not bad, mate.
But if we can focus our game somewhere else on the pitch, then it's going to change everything for us. Particularly, in my opinion, midfield is where it all needs to change.
Good shout. I think actually you might be right though. Kabak might be, because I like Phillips, but Vardy is a different breed. Vardy will look at weaknesses. Phillips done well against Antonio, but Vardy is different. Yeah, it was a good point. I actually think now you've said that, you've changed my mind. I would say it would be Kabak and Henderson then.
Yeah, but it just frustrates me a lot because I really wanted Henderson to come out of the back, but I feel like we've lost Conway.
So why not Davis? Why not free up Henderson and put him in the midfield and play Davis?
No,
why
the thing is, the problem with having Davies and Kabak, you're bringing 2 new players in. They've not even had 10 days between them of training. And then to put them in a game against Leicester, like Leicester are a big club now, yeah? Like they're third in the table and everything.
So if we're not going to play both centre-back, when we're going to play them?
That is a good question, to be honest.
Because we have Leipzig in the Champions League. Yeah, we have Leipzig in the Champions League, and also we have Everton on the weekend, next weekend. So that's going to be
3 big games in a row.
So if you look at the table, Everton have had too much in on us. So we has to beat Everton. So I believe we need to start to play Kabak and Davis. There's no way you're going to buy both defender and not play them. Play them and make them get used to the squad. No easy game coming around for testing. 2 players have a lot of experience. Kabak has been playing the Bundesliga, get relegated Stuttgart, playing for Schalke. He won trophy with Galatasaray. He's a Turkish international. He's an international player. And so for me, play Kabak and also play Ben Davis. What I see Ben Davis do in the championship on YouTube, obviously I don't see him play, but he look like he's a real deal. Coming out from back with the ball, he's a player where Jurgen Klopp can improve. Play both of them.
And I think a big argument for Davies, by the way, is the fact that you can see it, like when you're watching football, that English football is quite different to, for example, playing in the Bundesliga. And Davies plays in the Championship where it's probably more aggressive there, but it's very English football. And I think that will help him to actually fit into our team a lot easier than, for example, when Firmino came to Liverpool, because Firmino had to make quite a big adjustment coming to Liverpool and learning a new style of football, seeing the speed and the aggression of the English game, whereas Davies has actually played like that in the Championship. And like you were saying, he's a good carrier of the ball and everything from the back. And if we've got someone like that, we can turn our defenses into attack straight away. So
yeah, we definitely play the centre back. Not Philip. He has done well, and I think he deserves a chance. But for me, I would go with Kabak and also Ben Davis at centre back. I want to see them start to jelly in this Liverpool team. I want to see them start to play, because it's not going to get any more easy for Liverpool. It's going to get tough and tough. Nothing to lose. What do you have to lose? We're already lost with Tiger. We're already. So, listen, man, just go for it. Be brave. Why? Because when you look at it, in the summer too, when you buy 2 players and you start them, what the difference is January? I don't see the difference. In the summer, when you buy 2 players, you make them start right away. It's no different. So play both of them.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, I'll be very happy to see, if I see both their names on the team sheet, for me, it will be a boost of confidence, because I'll be like, you know what? We're going for it. Like, Klopp's confident. Like, we're actually going to do it today. And it's the only time, if he brings them both onto the team sheet, I'm going to feel like, yeah, today I've seen a change in the lineup, and hopefully there'll be a change in our performance as a result of it. And yeah, man, I'm just hoping for the best.
I'm hoping for the best. To big up Anfield 12, man. He has been here with Ryan LFC from Ryan LFC of 51 subscriber. He has been really, really helpful. Always been there for me. So Anfield 12, man, appreciate you so much, my brother. Big up yourself. Hopefully one day you can make a debut on Ryan LFC. Anytime, Ryan LFC, appreciate you on the channel, man. So, big up yourself, Anfield 12 man, and continue with your nice sports on Instagram. So, guys, if you haven't followed Anfield 12 man on Instagram, go and give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram. So, Anfield 12 man, give him a follow. Very good. And cheers, my brother. But yeah, listen, man, I'm looking forward to see that game against Leipzig too, because it's not a team we want to play around. It's not a team in the Champions League we want to play around, because we see them play against Paris Saint-Germain this season. We saw them play against Manchester United. It's not a walk in the park for this Leipzig team.
Exactly. The thing is, it's going to be different, because I feel like in the Premier League, it's just been, for us momentarily, it's been Premier League game after Premier League game after Premier League game. And there's a big pressure that comes with that, because each game is related to the game before that and the game after it. But with the Champions League, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a break from that system. We're going to go to Leipzig. And, where's the game being played?
In Hungary National Stadium.
Wow. I feel like it's going to break the system a little bit. We're going to travel to Hungary, and it's going to just change things up a little bit. It's not just going to be the same thing on repeat. It's going to break that routine, and hopefully we go to Leipzig knowing that now it's Champions League. It's not Premier League. Like, it all depends on this one game. We're not talking about thinking about the semi-finals and finals right now, but in the Premier League, you're thinking about my final position. And I feel like with this game, it's just living in the now, in that moment against Leipzig, picking up goals when they are important. And I feel like, that's where we specialise, in the Champions League. And
I don't know about this season, mate. I don't know if we specialise this season, but we'll see.
Yeah, this season's a very different one. But Conroy, do you not think, that look, with the Premier League, it's like watching a series, and it's ongoing every single series, and it's like the same thing again and again. But the Champions League is like a little break from that. It's a different place. It's a different team. It's a different country. Like, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, with it comes a different mindset as well.
I think it's a fair point, Safe. See, sorry guys, I had issues with my laptop there to come on my phone. But see, to be perfectly honest, right, the one thing I'd say is every week for the past few months, it's like, we're going to do this. Do you know what? I think it's just a case of, it doesn't, maybe you're right, the travelling will help and take their mind off it. But see, to be honest, we just need to see more. Like, I admit, the first couple of times with defence, like, it does affect everything else, of course, but I'm still not. It's not acceptable the way the attack is. The attack needs to do more than that. It's not Sunday League football. Like, they should have more insight and more tactics to work teams than they're doing. And obviously the Van Dijk from the start, but that's done now. This is the cards we've got, and we need to do better. It's a fair point that I would not rule us out of winning the Champions League, because one, Leipzig will probably give us space as well. But then, secondly, we need to use that space. The Man City game, four times, guys, right? We went on a break, right? One pass to get in, and we actually turned round and came back to our own half. That was about 4 times. It was incredible. So there's definitely a confidence issue. What I would say is, it's a good point, Safe, that maybe being out in a different competition, if we maybe get a good performance in the first leg, I think that could do us a world of good. It could give us the confidence, because let's not lie, guys, Leipzig are a very good team. They're a very good team. Nagelsmann's a very good manager, also a very young manager. So at his age, to achieve what he's achieved, what can he do in 10 years' time? So there'll be a lot of teams looking at Nagelsmann now. I would say that I think a win against Leipzig could be a confidence builder. But the only thing that gets me Safe is, I thought beating Spurs and West Ham was a confidence builder, and then we go and lose to Brighton. Yeah. So this team, I don't have a clue with this team right now. They're actually just a lottery every match.
Exactly. Like, we just literally, you don't, like, just before kickoff, you're sitting there. Is it going to be our day today or not? And you never know.
See, if we were buzzing into the Man City game, then Alisson passed his 2 balls to them, and you're like it's.
Yeah. I was like, is Klopp taking the piss? Has he put the wrong name on the team sheet? I swear to God, it's Adrian starting.
No, Adrian wouldn't do that. It's in the sense of, I'm not saying it was because Alisson, I said to Ryan before, obviously they're programmed to do that all the time, right? So he's thinking, right, I need to make this pass now, instead of just thinking like an average keeper and just booting it. But do you know what? He's made 3 mistakes in 3 years. He's saved us numerous times. So I could accept 3 goals in 3 years, to be honest. Leicester and 2 against Man City. I can take that.
Sorry, go on, Jersey boy.
I think if there wasn't the mistakes, probably got a draw 2-1.
No, mate, I disagree. I thought City were levels above us.
No, I think City. I think that Foden goal would have won the game. But I think it wouldn't have been a 4-1 bad one.
I think City slowed down when it was 4. I think they could have hurt us more. Trent and Fab looked terrified of Sterling.
It should have been 6-1. Stones was offside for his goal. Gundogan tried to take a free kick in the box.
Yeah.
That was awful. There were 3 defensive.
Jersey, they missed a penalty as well, and we shouldn't have got a penalty. Like, we had a lot of luck on Sunday. Like,
should have been 6-0.
And you know what? Think about it like this, yeah. If there was a game for Alisson to make mistakes, that was probably a good game to do it. Because realistically, whether he made those mistakes or not, we had lost the game in our performance anyways. And realistically, it was 1-1 at the time. I think, yeah, it was 1-1 when Alisson made
I never felt we were going to. I thought we were going to lose that game. Even when we scored, I didn't feel like we had enough belief. I didn't believe we were going to win.
City to win, but I think if we didn't make mistakes, I think we would have lost 2-1. I think our Foden goal would have been a winner.
Yeah. I just thought, like, even like Robbo, who's really good, like, obviously it was 3-1 at the time, but like, come on, I know Phil Foden's left-footed, so don't let him go on his right. You know he's a good dribbler. That's on his left. Sorry, I mean that was not good. But do you know what?
Defending as well, right? Like, you don't expect someone at that level to make that kind of mistake.
Obviously, it's a lot faster as well, and I appreciate that. It's not like us playing 5-a-side. But what I would say is Robbo's probably been the most consistent performer this year. And when it hits 3-1 after those 2 mistakes, his head's probably gone anyway. But it's I don't know, guys. Just we need to hope. We need to hope. I think we all need to get behind Klopp, obviously, with the news coming out this week as well. Obviously, condolences to his family and him, of course. And I think maybe I'm hoping the players turn up and play for Klopp. I'm sure they always do, but specifically against this game, because if they've ever needed that atmosphere and injection, they should just look at that man on the side who's made them champions and Premier League winners. And without him, some individuals wouldn't have won that. I'm not saying they're bad individuals, but he has definitely excelled their performance. So I think they owe him that. And I'm not saying they wouldn't usually do that, but who knows? Maybe that. I'm not saying that's the cause of them to play better, but the fact that he's actually carried himself so professionally throughout this time after that heartbreaking news, like, I don't actually know how he's done that. I don't think many people could have done that.
I know.
People might say, you know, gets paid a lot. So what? That's a heartbreaking loss. He can't even go to his mum's funeral. Like, so I'm hoping the players all the fans need to get behind Klopp, and I don't know if we will get anything in the stadium or that, a flag or that to support that, but I think we all need to support Klopp, and hopefully the players can turn up and give him that, because we could do with a win, but we need to remember, listen, I love this game, but some things are more important. So hopefully we get the result on Saturday.
I was in agreement. If you remember, I think on the news, Elizabeth Klopp's mum passed away, I think a day or 2 before Burnley.
Yeah, January 19th, I think it was, Jersey. Yeah.
So now, before you were all going, oh my God, what's Klopp doing? Now it all kind of makes sense, because trust me, if you're a normal manager who can't, his mum's, I think he knew for a while in January as well, his mum probably was very sick. His mum died, and you couldn't even go to his funeral. I think any normal manager is going to struggle. There's no fans. Your mother just passed away. You're getting really stressed. You're dealing with all this stuff going on. I think Klopp was really struggling, and I now understand all the mistakes he's made and stuff like that. Always been with reporters and his interviews, because trust me, Pep Guardiola was struggling a lot with it at the beginning, midway through the last season, because his mum passed away during the first pandemic, and I think at the beginning of this season he was struggling a bit with it. It's hard to do your job.
Course.
Just
of
lost
course.
When your parents, it's really hard.
And Jersey, they've not got. It's not like, and I'm not meaning this. Like, we love this sport, and obviously they do as well, right? But it's not like they need money, so they don't need this motivation to work. So I could easily understand if he's probably doing these interviews and thinking, why am I even bothering with this? And I'm not saying he's going to quit. I'm not saying anything like that. But he's maybe thinking, why should I be polite when I'm in a terrible state? Why should I because he's always quite
he's
yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a bit like Guardiola. It's a really good point, because I saw him earlier in the season as well. And it's like, you can maybe argue that he's less obsessed about football now, in the sense of, because obviously he understands other things are more important. And I don't know about yourselves, but see if it's maybe a bad analogy, but see if you're at your job, right, and something happens that scares you or wakes you up, you sometimes feel like, well, why am I worrying about my job? Because that's really not the most important thing in my life. So maybe Klopp, like, I could completely understand. It's like, I can't believe he's actually carried out all those interviews himself. Honestly, he can't even go to a funeral.
You know, if I was Klopp, I would have done everything in my power to go to Germany and gone there for a couple of weeks and let Pep Linders. I think this is the thing, Klopp should take a break, just because, not just for the club's sake, but for mentally. I feel
the issue with that, is if he was to take a step back, and I personally think he should just take a little break, because obviously you can see he's just not mentally there at the moment. But if he was to do that, he would just get a lot of criticism for running away from his problems. And with Liverpool in the situation that they are, I mean, us as Liverpool fans will back him all the way. But you know how mean the British media can be, and it can be career destroying for him to have a taint like that. And the thing is, unfortunately, the press have no limits, like no limits whatsoever, especially over here. Like you see what they do.
It's a bit like social media safe; they've got no limits as well. People
and it's just got worse recently. Like, even Jan Dander made a mistake against Man City, and he started getting racial abuse, started getting all sorts of abuse. So the thing is, it's just so much highlighting on every little step that he takes, every little movement that he makes, Jurgen Klopp, and the whole world is watching. And on top of that, you saw the relationship he had with his mum. He used to post pictures with her and all that sort of stuff. And it's just such a hard time. And Conroy, you're so right. There's things that are just a bit bigger than football sometimes. And it's probably really hard to keep focused at a time like this for him.
And there's some people saying that we're using, Klopp's mum as an excuse. That there's some people.
Not at all. I'm just saying I can understand why he was like that in interviews, why he was maybe concede a bit snippy, and to be honest, maybe a bit intolerable. But do you know what? Right? If I was in that situation, a press reporter, I'm not really going to care what you think, to be honest. And it's that simple. I mean, let's just clarify on the stream, right? His form and the team have not been played. He's made mistakes. We're allowed to criticise that, right? But I can understand why he's been like. I said, remember we watched that interview Safe about it. He was mentioning Man City like deflection tactics. I think now it just looks like he's just a bit, obviously quite emotional. It's a lot to take, and his head's probably spinning every day. So I just think we're just addressing that. Do you know what? The guy is. He is quite a special human being anyway, but to carry himself so professionally, it deserves to be commented on, because that's not normal for us not to find that out until a month later, which is, all the interviews make a lot of sense now. That's all I can say on it.
Yeah, but I'm hoping the players use it as a sort of source of motivation and really play for him against Leicester, because I feel like, do you know, after a game, when you go home with a bit of a warm feeling in your heart, like, yeah, my team got the 3 points today. And especially the way things have been going, if we pick up a win against Leicester, us as fans are going to be very happy people, because we know, you know what, we're still potentially in the title race, but we're a bit more comfortable in that top 4. And I just feel that if the team were to play well for him, let's just say like Salah picks up a couple goals, we're nice and fast in the middle of the pitch, defensively very strong. I feel like hopefully that will be a little bit that will give Klopp that, I don't know, a little bit of relief. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but just a bit of relief from the misery he's facing at the moment. But yeah, man.
I agree. It's so hard. I don't know what to say about this, man. But the thing is, a lot of people are saying, will say, no, we're going to use it as excuses. And there's the thing, we're not using it as an excuse, but it's a proven fact that when something like that happens in family, you're not going to be 100% focusing on your job. Again, what's more important to Klopp, his mum or Liverpool? Obviously, his mum. Family always comes first, no matter what. So, there's a photo which actually didn't make me cry, but it made me just really understand how emotional he was. I think it was Spurs or West Ham. He celebrates the goal by looking out in the sky. And that's kind of like a message to his mum. So it is really sad. But I think I agree, should take a break, and the media or whatever can F off, or the Twitter people can F off, because Trust me, they can go online saying Klopp's awful, walking away, that kind of stuff, what is happening. But as soon as they lose their parents, they're going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You're always at this, but when it happens to you, that's when you really hurts. And
yeah,
that's
and
why.
look, it's all good doing it behind a computer screen, but it has a horrible effect on some people. Like Klopp's been very strong to deal with what he's dealt with recently with the whole. This has really peed me off, yeah, with the whole Klopp out thing going on, and I feel like it's just your little fickle fans that only became Liverpool fans when we won the Champions League.
No.
I don't know if most of them were even there before, but this whole thing about Klopp out, on top of everything that's happening at the moment, to even like, how can you like? The thing is, yeah, just how can you be human, let alone being a Liverpool fan? Yeah, like even no matter how much I might hate Man United or dislike Ole, or I was saying earlier Mourinho or whatever, like I'm not gonna lie, whatever happens in football stays on the pitch. Yeah, if he was going through something difficult in real life, I wouldn't even go online to criticize him because it's just not a human thing to do. But there's still people going at us for hashtagging Klopp out, and on top of that, they're claiming to be Liverpool fans as well, and it ticks me off. I like that.
Some of these, big up yourself, my brother. I really appreciate it, man. In Klopp, we trust. Klopp needs some day off. Listen, some of these rival fans saying that I don't think it's Liverpool. They make fake account and say this thing to mess up Liverpool, to piss off Liverpool. But one thing I want to say, guys, I'm telling you, man. Listen, I love Jurgen Klopp so much. Jurgen Klopp is like my father. I'm telling you. He give me more joy more than my father. I'm telling you. Jurgen Klopp is my father. This man make me happy for the last 4.5 years. No more painkiller for Ryan LFC when Liverpool lost our job, because I know Jurgen Klopp is a great manager and we should cherish Jurgen Klopp. I'm telling you, no other manager since I am supporting Liverpool has made me feel so happy. Probably Rafa, but not like Jurgen Klopp. I fell in this man. Klopp is my father. So I know he's going through a rough time, and I know his mother, he has to just bring on the band. He's a legend and stuff, but big up to Jurgen Klopp. Really appreciate him, man. Anything I have to say about Jurgen Klopp since the new year start, I have to take back that. I know he made a lot of mistakes, but he can get away with it because this guy has bring me back to the pinnacle. This guy, I'm telling you, I usually take a painkiller. Like every season I've done like 2-3 painkiller for the season since I am watching Liverpool. Since this man come at Liverpool, all painkiller. This is man, my cure. My headache, Klopp is my cure.
He's a paracetamol.
Yeah. That's the passion I have for Jurgen Klopp. So all who saying Jurgen Klopp out, I will never say Jurgen Klopp out. I will never want to see Jurgen Klopp.
100%, Ryan. 100%. Couldn't agree more. That's exactly it. Couldn't agree more. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to shoot. Thanks for having me on the show, but I've got to go and do something now. So you take care, and I'll see you soon. All right. Cheers, guys.
No, thank you, Ryan.
Cheers, Ryan. Take care.
Yeah. So all these people saying about Klopp out, it's just, I don't know what to call it.
No real Liverpool fan will say a Klopp out. Yes. They're either rival fans, plastics, or just delusional.
Yeah, see, our fans, what do you guys think
about
this?
The only time I'll be Klopp out would be if we were relegated and it was Klopp's fault. But we're never going to get relegated. It was never going to be Klopp's fault. So that's not happening.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
these people is just they
are just so everything getting relegated enough.
They are so sick, man. But listen, man, guys, I'm telling you, I wrapped up now. I'm not going to have you guys no too more long. So what's your score prediction, Jersey boy, for tomorrow?
I'm not going to give one.
You're not going to give one?
No.
Jersey boy, you tell me off camera you're confident we're going to beat Leicester. Come on.
I'm not going to give a score prediction. All I'm going to say is we're going to win. It's not going to be an easy win, but we're going to win, and it's going to be towards the 90th minute.
Jersey boy, put yourself in the camera. I want to see a nice, cute face on camera. I want
90th minute winner. That's all I'm saying.
So we're going to win. All right. Once Jersey boy tell me, I am going to get more confident.
We're going to win 90th minute. No, we're going to win 90th minute winner. No score prediction.
All right. So what's your score prediction?
Mine, 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1.
3-1. It's a big one.
Who's gonna score? Because last time you said Sterling would score, and I didn't actually put a bet on it.
I was well off with that. But what's it? My goal scorers, yeah. Maddison for Leicester.
He is in great form, man. Maddison.
Yeah,
great form.
I think Vardy is gonna be their like, what's the word? Their distraction. Vardy's gonna do a lot of running, but Maddison's gonna be the one going for goal. And I feel for us, 2 from Salah and 1 from. What I'd love to see is Kabak, 90th minute, rips his top open. He says, "Rest in peace, Klopp's mum" or something on it. But no, realistically,
you know what? You just said that. I'm putting a bet on it. Putting a bet on Kabak score.
No, realistically, I think Jones and 2 from Jones, 2 from Salah.
I'll put a bet on Jones then. And Kabak.
Listen, guys.
What are you on?
This. Listen, I am predicting with the lot of injury that Leicester City have. I was scared coming into this game because Leicester City play behind the ball. I see the team Manchester City apart, and when Manchester City go in front against Leicester in the earlier on in the season when Leicester City defeat Manchester City by 5-2.
Yeah, Michael.
I see Leicester City keep their composure, keep their game plan. Although Manchester City go ahead, they grind it out, they stay in the game. It was a wave after Manchester City. A lot of pressure they came under, but they still stand out excellent, especially at the back. And Leicester City will make it really difficult for this Liverpool team to break down. If you look at it, Brighton, Newcastle, Southampton, all of these teams get points from us because they parked the bus. They did not give us any space. And I'm not expecting Brendan Rodgers to give this Liverpool space to run behind them. I know they have a lot of injured, but I'm going to tell you, man, I'm confident because of the injury. I don't really wish injury upon player, but it's a plus. I think going to this game, I think the midfield going to be key. We have to win our midfield back. We have to stand up, fight. Tielemans inside that midfield. Maddison, form of him life, the best form him ever in. These are the players we have to be careful of because, listen, they have some good player. Barnes in great form. If you look at him stats with Sadio Mane, both of them have similar stats. So we cannot mess around because this Leicester City, if we lose this game, I'm telling you, we're in serious trouble with Everton breathing down our back and West Ham breathing our back. I think West Ham playing against a smaller team this season. So I'm telling you, West Ham has been doing good. So I'm hopefully we can get the win and have a little bit of positivity going to the game against RB Leipzig. We need to get something from that game. We cannot afford to lose. We have to score 2. It's home and away, right? They're coming back to England. Jersey boy.
Who?
Leipzig. They're coming back to England.
Question mark. No one knows at the moment. There is a serious chance that we will not play at Anfield, the leg, because here's the problem. Here's the problem at the moment. We're not as travel Germany. Germany players, Leipzig, are going to travel to Budapest. And then they're going to come back and I don't think they have to quarantine because it's Budapest and it's been checked out. But for England, there's a chance that when they go to England, they might have to take 2-week quarantine when they go back to Germany. So they might go for a neutral country again. There'll be 2 neutral. Same for City, same for United and stuff like that. United's and Atletico as well. Atletico versus Chelsea first leg is in I don't know where it is. It's in
it's Spain.
No, it's not in Spain. It's been neutral.
So I want to see, but listen, do you guys think they should be in a bubble to play the Champions? Do you think they should wait till the season finish and then finish the Champions League like last season?
Problem is the Euros, isn't it?
Oh, the Euro. So
we can't delay them. We've got the Euros, and I want to see the Euros this year. I've been really looking forward to it.
I know. We're lucky though, Euros and then World Cup straight after as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not going to be good because we're going to ball it.
World Cup is when next.
Nightmare.
But yeah, listen, my laptop battery is on the verge of death.
Okay, my brother. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I love, man. Big love.
Okay, my brother.
But yeah, all right. I'll leave you there, man. Serious,
yeah. Yeah, Jersey boy. So you're looking forward to see the Euro?
Yes, I am, of course. I want to see England play. I've seen England play in the World Cup, and I'm more emotionally invested in my country than club football. So, you won't see me cry if we lose or win for Liverpool, because I try not to get too emotionally invested. But I'm so patriotic to England. If England won the World Cup, I'll probably cry.
Oh, if England won the World Cup. So what do you think realistic chance for England to win the Euro? You think they have a good chance?
None. We have Gareth Southgate in charge. He's rubbish manager.
So who do you want to be the manager?
I want a proper, like Eddie Howe, or just a proper manager that can take England to a new state. With England, we have Grealish. All these people, he doesn't even play Grealish. He keeps playing five at the back. It's really, like you guys with Germany, you guys, got absolutely battered by Spain. But there's more of a chance of you guys winning the Euros than us. Because you guys, you can play a back four, and then a good back four, a good midfield of probably Gundogan, Kroos, Kimmich, and then front three of Werner, Sane, and Gnabry. England, Kane, Sancho, Sterling. You played Maddison, Grealish, but he's not going to play them.
So realistic, your opinion. Give me the England starting lineup. If you were the coach, Jersey boy, which starting lineup would you play for England?
Nick Pope, Kyle Walker, or Reece James. Probably Kyle Walker.
No Trent?
No Trent, no. I want to read the good defensively. Stones, John Stones, and Joe Gomez if he's fit. If he's not fit, I'll go Connor Cody or Tyrone Mings. Left back.
Connor don't play very good in our back. In our back foot.
Okay, then I'll go. Tyrone Mings. Left back will go Ben Chilwell. I will go 4-3-3, and then the two midfields I will go Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, and Jordan Henderson in the 6, and then a front three of Kane, Sterling, Sancho. But he won't do that. He'll probably go Pickford. Who would he go? What second?
Yeah, Jersey boy, mom just come a while ago. So yeah. So
sorry, no, he will probably go Pickford, Kieran Trippier. No, Kieran Trippier's bound. He can't play that. He'll probably go Pickford, Trent, Connor Cody, Eric Dyer, Mings, Ben Chilwell, Mason Mount, Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, Kane, Sancho, Sterling. He hates Grealish.
Why?
I don't know. He hates Grealish. Grealish played every time Grealish has played for England. He's been world class, but he won't. James Justin, unfortunately, got his ACL, so he was probably going to be the number one left back for England in the Euros, but it won't happen. How do you feel about Germany? You got a tough group.
Yeah, we have a tough group, but you have the same problem with Southgate, the manager. I think the manager for Germany, I think they really need to do a change, because this guy has been let down the country. I really appreciate everything he has done for the German national team, from him take over from he usually play for Tottenham Spurs. I don't remember his name. Him coaching the US national team. I don't remember his name, but yeah, he take over very well, and he won the World Cup in 2014. In 2014, beat Argentina. So, in my opinion, I think our biggest problem at Germany right now, he definitely mess up some of the, like a Thomas Muller. He not making Thomas Muller play in the team because of just personal issue. He said Thomas Muller and Prince Boateng, these players want everything in football, so they don't need to want anything more. And for me, you need experience in the team. One of the few players back in that Germany team in we won the World Cup is Manuel Neuer have a lot of experience, but we need Prince Bolton. We need a few more Jersey boy. We need a few more experienced player. We have a lot of young player like Leroy Sané, who I think he should go to the 2014 World Cup. I think he should go to the last World Cup. The manager didn't bring him. Some personal issue. We have some great young player, but we don't have the experience. And I think that's beating the manager. The manager have the experience, but when they don't have experienced manager to coach and to help the young player, them listen, they're not going to do well. They're not going to do well.
So for me, you know, I'm half French, so I think that for me the favourites for the Euros.
Well, I'm going to ask about France, because I know you love France, but I want Germany to get a new manager jersey, boy. I don't think so.
I agree, new manager, and I think England should go new manager as well. I want someone who really, really, really wants England to do well. You know, Nick Pope has shown again and again and again that he is England's number one. Nick Pope, while being a goalkeeper for England, even it was friendlies, has kept a clean sheet. He played in the Euro qualifiers against Kosovo. Pickford conceded 3 goals in that game. Nick Pope conceded none. So Nick Pope needs to be England number one. I don't want to see Pickford start. But for France, you know, very, very good team.
Just a second.
I'm very happy that one of my nationalities
Just a second. Sorry about that, guys. Joel Botan, he play for the German national team. Prince Botan is his brother who play for Ghana. So thank you very much for that correction. I appreciate it. But continue, Jersey boy.
France, very, very good. You know, it's gonna be quite hard because I think for the World Cup they went with Olivier Giroud in the 9, Matuidi left wing, Mbappe right wing, and Griezmann as a cam, with Kante and Pogba in the midfield, and then Hernandez, Varane. I don't know who else was the defence, and then right back was obviously Benjamin Pavard.
So who do you have in goal? They still keep Lloris.
There's no other. You got Lafont, you got Areola, but it has to be Lloris. For me, the favourites who I think will be the final 4 for the Euros will be France, Belgium, Spain, Portugal.
So you don't have France, Germany?
No, I think France will go to the final 4 and will win it. I think France will go back-to-back trophies. I think England will get knocked down in the quarterfinals. I think there will be a game where I think we will play you in the Euros. England, Germany.
And I will knock you. Because when you know when England come up against the France and the Belgium, they struggle. For some reason, they struggle when they play against the big team. Them, you agree with me?
Yeah, we played Belgium at Wembley. We beat them 2-1 for Mason Mount goal, and then when we played them in Belgium, we lost 2-0 from Lukaku. Was it a Lukaku penalty? I think it was a Lukaku goal and Mertens free kick. So
what about what is your take on Wenger? Who do you have him as the England manager? Arsene Wenger.
I think Arsene Wenger would do a better job than Southgate. He probably would start Pope. He probably would start Grealish.
You think Solskjaer, he probably want to see more workers in the midfield like Liverpool and more than creative, because Jack Grealish and Maddison. If Endis in the base, shielding that backline, right?
Well, let me just tell you the lineup when we played Denmark and England lost. England played Denmark and we lost 1-0. Here was the lineup. He played 3 right backs in this game against Denmark. The lineup was Pickford and a back 3 of Kyle Walker, Connor Cody and Maguire. Maguire got sent off. Then Reece James, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, Maitland-Niles, And then Mason Mount, Kane and Rashford.
Yeah. There, Ryan, please, can you answer? Are you from Germany? No, I'm not from Germany. I am from Jamaica. Kingston, Jamaica, where is reggae music, Bob Marley. I live next door to Bob Marley when I was in Jamaica. And also, Usain Bolt is from Jamaica. Raheem Sterling is from Jamaica. Kingston, Jamaica. We have Michael Hector play for Fulham is from Jamaica. We have Bobby Reed that from Jamaica. Plays for the Jamaica national team. We have Leon Bailey. We have Ricardo Fuller. We have Bibi Gardner. We have a lot of great players over the years. But I am from listen, I am a German supporter, but I am not from Germany. I am from Jamaica, but I live in Canada. I live in Canada, guys. I live in Canada, guys. Yes, I'm not from Germany. Continue, Jersey boy. We're going to wrap up in the next 2 minutes. So
We need to wrap up anyway. I've got class. I've got university class in 5 minutes.
We have university class in 5 minutes.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll be run. But if you want to leave, you can leave. I will wrap up. I will finish.
Okay, you wrap up. I'll let you wrap up. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, watch along starts tomorrow at 12 o'clock British time, 7 a.m. EST.
Yeah.
Ryan will join us in about 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, I will be 20 minutes. Like I will be 10 minutes early. Hopefully, I will set up everything from tonight. That's tomorrow morning when I come from work. I will be coming off work. So at 7, someone going to drop me home. That's I can reach home early to quick enough. So I'll probably wear my jersey, go to work too. So yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow for the watch along. I'll see you guys then. I'll let Ryan close off. See you later.
See you later, guys. Yes, guys. Ryan LFC. I'm here by myself, so. Yeah, guys, I'm here by myself. It's so strange. It's a long preview. It's going 2 hours, guys. I appreciate all of you guys, man. I'm from big up to the people. I'm from Jamaica. Big up to my brother. He's from India. So hopefully India is a very good cricket team. So let's hopefully India will be good. India, a lot of people watching football in India. So hopefully India can be good. Ryan, I went to Kingston. Where you from, my brother? Where you from? Big up yourself, man. Big up to all the people them who go to Kingston. Big up to the people them from Jamaica. So big up to my brother. Big up to jerk chicken and plantain. Yeah, that's a great meal, man. I live in England, but I am from Ghana. Yeah, Gian, man. Gian is a big player, man. Massive player. Gian, I love Gian, man. I love Gian when he was playing for Sunderland, and he do some great dance, man. I am from Germany. Whoa, you are from Germany. Whoa. Listen, man, I will be covering the Euro, and I will talk about the German national team a lot. Germany is my team. So, yeah. Oh, Kingston is in South London, but I am in the West. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Kingston, Jamaica. But yeah. Listen, guys, I really appreciate you guys' support, man. So yeah, thank you, my brother, man. Thank you. Gian is a great player, man. Gian, I love Gian, man, and I love the Ghana team when I think they play in the World Cup 2010 when Luis Suarez owns the ball. So yeah, kudos to the all the African people in the group, man. So what do you guys have to say? But guys, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you guys willing to give a super chat one day to help support the channel to buy a tool, I really appreciate it, guys, man. I really appreciate it. But make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. So I will be running. I will be back tomorrow morning doing a watch along with Jersey Boy. And I think I have one more preview with Leicester City fans, but that will be recorded. The game on Tuesday, man. More. Ryan, do you agree? Yeah, the game, listen, both game mean more. I still want Liverpool to qualify. I still want Liverpool to come second in the Premier League. And I want us to win the Champions League. So both game is important. We have to think about Leicester City first, and then we think about Leipzig. Leipzig is a very good team, man. Ryan, I share your content on my group too. Your people. Oh, Demo, you're in the group. Which group you're in? What's the group name you're in? Which group you're in? Listen, guys, I have a Liverpool group, guys. So if you guys want to come in the Liverpool group, I have a Liverpool group, so you guys can come in the Liverpool group. So you can DM me on Instagram, see the Instagram running down, or you can at me on Twitter, Ryan LFC 13, and Instagram Ryan LFC. I'm in 8 Liverpool group, man. I in 8 Liverpool group, but listen, what you have to do for me to add you, you have to follow me on Twitter or Instagram and send me your number and stuff, and I will add you in the Liverpool group. I will definitely add you in the Liverpool group, man. So, yeah, guys. So, if you still want to be in the group, you guys can still hit me up and stuff, and I will definitely add you in the group, guys. Yeah, you can add me on Twitter, Instagram, DM me, send me a name, your number, and stuff. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys, man. So, but guys, I'm going to this is one, I have a next channel. I'm trying to work on stuff. So if you guys want to just that's my next channel, guys. I just pin it down in the comment section so you can hit on it and subscribe. So we have 16 people on the chat. Please, I'm begging you guys, just hit that and subscribe to my next channel. It named Elite Sports, where I'm going to talk about Jamaican stuff. I probably talk about international football and stuff. So I probably do some watch along on that channel, you know. So hopefully, but guys, subscribe to my next channel, Ryan, name Elite Sports. That's the link. That's the link, guys. So you guys can hit on it. You can hit that link and subscribe to my next channel. Or you talk about cricket too. Yeah, just share me the link. Just share me the link. Liverpool for the Champions League. I hope so. I hope so. That would be good. That would be good for us to win the Champions League again. That would be good. And, you know, not many teams doing great this season in the Champions League. So if we can get it, that should be great. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, man, for liking. But, guys, I'm going to run now. I worked last night, so I have to get some rest for work later and for back tomorrow. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys. No fluff. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and share the video. Until next time, from your boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Thanks for watching, guys. So, yard scores out. Ryan, I'm in the building. 3-1 to Liverpool. You're late, bro. You need to go and watch back this show, bro. Go and watch back the full show, teacher. This one was a cracker, bro. I'm telling you. You will not regret it. Trust me. We have some great talk. So hope you catch back the replay. So until next time, from my boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Thanks for watching. When I say you were coming back home, which team that? Which team that you support? Which team that you support? Germany? I am a German fans. Yeah, teacher, I'm playing it. I'm playing it. This stuff, man. I'm playing with this stuff, man. Computer up and running, so hopefully, guys. This is a Manchester City fans, Brown. You're late, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Big up yourself, bro, man. You're always troubling me, but how are you doing, bro? Yeah, guys, you're doing good, man. Good to see you, man. Portugal for me. Oh, Portugal. Well, Portugal have a great chance, man. Portugal have a great chance. Don't write off this Portugal team, man. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Do you think City can win the World Cup, the Champions League? I don't know. But guys, see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching.